Students, today we are going to start with magnetic classification of substances. When we talk of this topic, magnetic classification of substance, what does it come in your mind that we are having any sort of material that will be either attracted by the magnet, or it will be repelled, or it will be feebly attracted. Based on this sort of attractive properties, we have got three different types of substances. So first one is diamagnetic. Second one is paramagnetic, and the third one is ferromagnetic. Now generally whatever material we see around is mainly they are of three different types. It can be dia, it can be para, or it can be ferro. Now what does the dia mean? Suppose if we keep some substances in a magnetic field and they are just feebly magnetized in such a way that what we call that if we bring, then it is particularly repelled, it is just repelled by the magnet. So in this short way, if I have to define diamagnetic, it is repelled by the magnet. And what can be the example? It can be bismuth, it can be zinc, it can be copper, it can be silver, it can be gold, lead, water, mercury. All these things will come under this diamagnetic substances. When we talk of paramagnetic substance, when you take this paramagnetic, what is the best way you can identify this? It is feebly attracted towards the magnet. It is feebly attracted towards the magnet. And what can be the example? We have got sodium, we have got platinum, we have got manganese, we have got antimony, we have got copper or chloride. All these things comes into, even liquid oxygen comes into paramagnetic. And when we have got the ferromagnetic, this is one of the versatile material, and many of the industries are using ferromagnetic substances. If you get to see the industries, they are full of ferromagnetic substances. So what is the best quality of the ferromagnetic substances? The best quality is that it is attracted, it is strongly attracted by the magnet. It is strongly attracted by the magnet. What are the examples? Iron, nickel, cobalt, magnetite, etc. So based on this attractive properties, we have got three different categories: diamagnetic, paramagnetic, and ferromagnetic. Now let us do with some important definition. Let us do with the first definition, what we call is magnetic induction. Magnetic induction, that is B vector. Now in this case, suppose if we take a piece of substance and place it into an external magnetic field, then the magnetism which is induced inside this substance is known as induced magnetism. And how we can define this magnetic induction? How we can define this magnetic induction is that it is the number of magnetic lines. It is the number of magnetic lines of induction inside a magnetized substance crossing unit area normal. It is the number of lines, number of magnetic lines of induction inside a magnetized substance crossing what are the keywords I'm taking up? Crossing a unit area normal to the direction. So this is what we call the magnetic induction, or we call this as magnetic flux density. We call it as magnetic flux density. And what are the unit? Unit is Tesla, or we write as Weber per meter square. And we have got 1 Gauss is equals to 10 to the power minus 4 Tesla. The CGS unit is Gauss, G is for Gauss, and this is the CGS unit, and this is the SI unit, okay, and this is the relation between the two. That is what the magnetic induction is meant for. Now next, if we have intensity of magnetization. When we do with the intensity of magnetization, it simply means that this is m vector is equals to small m vector by v. It is defined as the magnetic moment. Small m vector is the magnetic moment. This is magnetic moment. moment, and this is your volume. So it is the magnetic moment per unit volume of the magnetized substance, and its unit is ampere per meter, and unit is ampere per meter. Okay, so this is what about the intensity of magnetization. The third one is magnetic intensity, or magnetic field strength. Magnetic field strength. That is capital H vector. Now this capital H vector is equals to B vector by mu naught minus capital M vector. Okay, so this is the formula which we do. H vector is equals to B vector by mu naught minus M vector. What is H? Is the magnetic field strength or magnetic intensity. M we have already dealt, intensity of magnetization. B is the magnetic induction or magnetic flux density. This is actually the relation between the three. And mu naught is the permeability of the free space. Mu naught is the permeability of free space. And here we have got the SI unit of H is vector is same as that of M vector, and the CGS unit of H vector is oyster. CGS unit of H vector is oyster. We call it as oyster. This is the CGS unit. Now next what we have got magnetic permeability. Next what we have, magnetic permeability. And it is defined as the ratio of the magnetic induction inside the magnetic substance to the magnetic intensity, that is mu is equals to B vector by H vector. So this is what we have, and based on this we have the unit B vector by H vector. Next we have the relative magnetic permeability. That is what we call mu r, and mu r is equals to mu by mu naught. Mu by mu naught, that is the relative magnetic permeability. And this mu r is also the other formula is mu r is equals to capital B by B naught. Capital B is the magnetic flux density and in the substance when placed in a, and B naught is the magnetic flux density in vacuum. Okay, then the next very important one is magnetic susceptibility. Magnetic susceptibility, and this is defined as M vector is equals to chi M vector and H vector. So this chi is equals to M by H. So this is the magnetic susceptibility we have, and we have this condition: substances having small values, that is less than 0, is are of chi, that is what we call the magnetic susceptibility or diamagnetic. So if the value of chi is less than 0, chi is less than 0, it is diamagnetic. If chi is greater than 0, it is paramagnetic. And those having chi m much greater than 0, that is a large positive value, we call this as ferromagnetic. So ferromagnetic substances are those which have got large, these are the substances that have the large value of chi m, that is the magnetic permeability. Okay, so altogether the magnetic classification is divided into three parts: diamagnetic, ferromagnetic and paramagnetic. Magnetic induction we have defined. These are the some of the parameters in which we define all these magnetic elements. First is magnetic induction, then we have got the intensity of magnetization, which is defined as the magnetic moment per unit volume. We have got magnetic intensity or magnetic flux strength, that is H vector is B vector by mu naught into M vector. Then we have got magnetic permeability, mu is equals to p vector by h vector, and relative magnetic permeability mu r is mu by mu naught, and mu r is equals to mu by mu naught. Susceptibility is linked up with this, and we have got the condition. If the value of chi is less, it is diamagnetic. It is more than 0, paramagnetic. But if it is very much greater than 0, then we have got large values for this, and we call this as ferromagnetic. I hope you have understood this. Thank you for watching the class.